Day 63, one of the very hardest days I have had on Appalachian Trail. Just a combination of a lot of things, nothing in particularly wrong or bad, but my mental and emotional health again is quite challenged, and everything is just harder. Yesterday, I forgot to mention, I reached my third Tukataden mark, and also sillily I was going the wrong direction. That's something also I wanted to say in my video and I forgot. When I was at Tinker Cliffs, there's animals somewhere. When I was at Tinker Cliffs, after looking at the beautiful scenery, I took what I thought was the right turn and then kind of lost the trail, which is very hard to do. It's white blaze everywhere, but there was a spot where I really was not sure where the trail was. I think what I had done is I kind of continued on the cliffs rather than being on the trail, and thank God AO was coming northbound as I was going southbound, and I understand that we should be going the same direction, and I'm really thankful that he was there so quickly after I was heading the wrong direction. Otherwise, God knows for how long I would be heading wrong direction without realizing. So back to my hard day, just long day. I decided to go over 20 to shelter. The shelter before does not have water. I had very late start, which kind of put a little bit depressed mood on me. Like everybody gets out so quickly. Like, I don't know, some people just get up like before 6, and at 6 they like out and they are in their tents, so they like packed up and all that. So I started, judging, assessing and evaluating and comparing myself to them. And then that shelter had a signal, so I made a couple phone calls. I talked to my mom, I talked to Ava, and I was asked by one hiker before everybody left, am I homesick? And I started thinking, like, I even don't have home at the moment when I'm going through divorce, so I don't have home. And then, yes, I have family in terms, my mom and stuff, but I did not see my mom regularly when I was living before the trail, since she's in Europe. So the combination of, homesickness, heartbroken, and all of that. I'm also a very physical person, and I've been really lacking the human contact, like, just good hugs and stuff like that, or just being held. That's just a big missing for me. And the day was pretty hot. So a couple times I stepped in a creek or river and got my feet cooled off my buffy, like just made this wet and then kept putting it on my head or on my neck. Screamed twice, just like I was so sick of mosquitoes and bugs and everything, and I just like twice let like the crazy scream out. First time was okay, second time it actually felt really good. Then, on the top of all this mental instability I had going on, I walked and I saw my first rattlesnake. And guess what? On a day like this, I just started crying. I just cried, and I stood there and I was yelling and I was banging my poles, but he was not coiled up. He was just straight across the trail, so I understood that he's not threatened by me and also doesn't want to bite me. But it took me a while to go around him from where his tail was and pass that way. But it was a lot of like crying and breakdown. So yeah, between the heat and the distance and the rattlesnake And the emotional component, it's just really been hard day. I totally understand how people are just like, you know what, this is not what I thought, and I'm like out of here. But I'm too stubborn for that, you know. Like if you ask me what's my worst trait, I would say I'm stubborn. What's my best trait? I'm stubborn. What's gonna get me to Katahdin? I'm stubborn. I'm not giving up. I'm stubborn, you know. Like I made this promise to myself, so I gonna get my ass with my boulder on my shoulder to Katahdin. And today was hard. And I'm less than 2 miles away from the shelter. I may or may not run out of daylight. This is already past 8. It's like 8:30 maybe. And here I have cheesecake strapped to my chest. So to make day a little bit better, in the last road crossing, I stumbled the wrong way. Trail didn't go there. There was a river. I put my paws in the river, and there was a company sitting, and they gave me 3 bottles of water, plastic bottles. So I drank 2 right away, and then I took one with me, and they gave me 2 pieces of cheesecake in this little container. So I ate one, and the other one I'm carrying to the shelter for my dinner, I guess. Whoa! Is that a bear? Oh no. I thought there was a bear. No, false alarm. So, yeah, hoping for a better day, and it's just hard. Today was. So if you're listening to this and it's soon after when it was recorded, reach out to me. Ask me how I am. Just I have been getting a lot of support, but today I kind of feel lonely.